Baro has reappeared. He is on the Larunda Relay, which is on Mercury for PC. On Xbox One, it's the Strata Relay, which is on Earth. On PlayStation 4, it's the Chronai Relay, which is Saturn. And of course, on the Nintendo Switch, it's the Koopa Relay on Eris. That is very high level considering that, okay, it's been out on the Switch for a month now, so a lot of new players could have made it that far. Still seemed fairly high a planet considering the other ones are Mercury, Earth and Saturn. So let's see what he has brought. There is, ooh, new Kubrow armor. Kind of, oh, it is the Prisma Rostam Kubrow armor. I kind of like the effect on the eyes, but there is starting to become too much Kubrow armor. Slip magazine, which is of course magazine capacity for pistol. Prime target crack, which is crit damage for pistol. Crit damage for shotgun with primed ravage and primed fever strike, which is toxin damage for melee. The Axi A5 Relic, yet again this is for the Ak Vastos. The dual-wielding Vastos, seems to be bringing them every time. The solstice syandana, which with the cookie kavat glyph and the cookie Kubrow glyph are things that he has brought pretty much all of the winter. The detron, this thing, weirdly, is actually quite a useful little secondary. And if you can't get the detron, this is a great upgrade to it anyway. And then there's the machete wraith, which with melee 2.0, it's 3.0, whatever it is that's about to come out soon, that they said they were splitting into parts, might be worth picking that up now before it goes up in price. Mirage's immortal skin, which, to be honest, I think her winter skin with the snowflake on it looks slightly better than this. But if you can't afford to buy it with platinum, then the Ducat's obviously really easy to get. And it doesn't cost you any money, so that's always an added bonus. The razza syandana, the left Prisma daedalus knee plate, then the right, then obviously the left shoulder plate, the right shoulder plate, and the chest plate that go with it. Prisma shade, who will come with his... Okay, it's a skin. That threw me for a second there. Will come with his actual weapon. There is the Prisma jet sentinel wings, the jet, yes, the Koi sentinel tail, and the mech head sentinel mask. New skin for taxon and the desert-camo skin, but unlike clicking on an actual sentinel, you can't really look at it, it's just coming up with this. The Odinata, I get wrong because I kept calling it something else, which I'm not going to call it anymore. Elixir skin, that actually looks really nice and should work on the Prime version quite nicely as well. Of course, the noggle that goes with it, weirdly these came last time this thing turned up as well. There is the Axi A2 Relic, which is for the Ak Lex Prime. Really useful. The Axi A2 Relic you can only really get from him, whereas the Axi A5 you can actually get from other places, which is weird. Unlike the other one, this is pre-built specters, so you buy it and you just get 5 made specters. You don't have to actually build these. And the Sands of Inaros blueprint. Quickly going over to console, remembering they may be in different orders, but it will be the same on every console. Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One will all have the same things. Oh, well, I say that there might be some variants, but not usually. It's a very rare occurrence that happens. There is the Axi A5 Relic. Again, this is for the dual-wielding Ak Vasto Primes. It's the only relic to get them from, but you can actually get the relic outside of him. The Harkonar Wraith leg armor, which doesn't look that bad. Fanged fusillage, which is 120% slash for rifle. Vermillion Storm, which is of course the rare stance for claws, if I remember rightly. Astral Twilight, which is the rare stance for glaives, and Tempo Royale, which is of course the rare stance for heavy blades. There is the solstice syandana, the cookie kavat glyph, the cookie Kubrow glyph, as expected. The Prisma Angstrom, this thing is actually really useful, and I liked this thing. It was a vast improvement over its standard one, but still kills you more than it does the enemies. The Prisma Grakata, which is probably more usable, but it goes into this primary slot. You can actually carry both of these at the same time, and to go with it, very nicely, the Tosun Grakata skin. It actually, what is it? The twin Grakata's Tosun skin is, I think, the correct naming for it. The Prisma Uru Syandana, that is basically a Prisma version of what the snowmen in your orbit are if you have the decorations up or wearing. It's nice, but it was one of the first Syandanas. It's very underused these days. The Katia chest plate, which I didn't like at first, but I don't know. I'm not personally going to pick it up, but it does look pretty nice. The Katia shoulder plates and the Katia leg plates, of course, these come with both, not just one. So, I mean, both sides, not just one side. The Nexus fur pattern comes with, I think that is actually just the fur pattern. There's no colours that come with those, whereas the ones in the marketplace can come with actual colours with them. That's just a fur pattern. The Katia arrow skin, if you use bows a lot, it's worth picking this up because the Katia bow actually looks pretty nice. The Anpu staff skin, which is still the best presentation of anything he has ever brought because he's kind of handing it to you. And the Anpu Sugatra, which is just a melee dangly with kind of a deformed Katia's symbol on the end. The Mantis Prisma skin, which still absolutely love the Prisma skins for landing crafts. It's just a shame that I don't use the Mantis enough because it does have probably the best one for the, not the sides of the body, but like the canopy across the top. This one kind of always looked the best. The Baro Katia glyph, the Inaros tome scene, and of course, fixed item brings it every time, the Sands of Inaros blueprint. I don't really use Mirage enough to justify it, but I am tempted because I haven't been picking up any of the immortal skins that Baro brings. But if he does have something that you want, you do have the 2 days to come in and get them. He will, of course, not leave until Sunday, as always, and everything he brings will cycle back through. So if you do miss it, you will get a chance in the future to pick it up. It won't be gone forever. Even his rare purchases or rare brings have been purchasable more than once. He's brought them more than once. But we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous next time.